Hello everyone and welcome to course of 5G Telecommunication Management and Charging Management. You can find the full course at telecomaglobal.com. So let's start with 5G Telecom and Charging Management. So what is its reference architecture? We can say this is a reference architecture. Before that, let's understand the charging function requirement. Like here the NFs with CTF. What are these functions? These are basically the charging functions. So charging function has a requirement like offline charging for both events and session based charging. So there are two basic scenarios which are used. Both these scenarios may generate CDR files which may be transferred to the network operators for the purpose of subscriber billing or for inter-operator accounting. So we have online charging scenarios. In online charging scenario, we have immediate event charging with unit reservation and session charging with unit reservation. So here the NF function, NF's network function with CTF is charging trigger function. It interacts with CHF, which is a new charging function, and connected with NCHF as an interface. This is for converged online and offline charging. So the NFPCF, it also interacts with the CHF using NCHF interface for spending the limit control. So the proxy control function and policy control function, it limits the total control. So NCHF is a service-based interface for NF. These are the NFs. These are connected with this interface with CHF. So what are the charging function requirement? So we have here the charging two scenarios. We have event based charging and session based charging. So immediate event charging, like we require a decentralized unit determination and centralized rating, centralized unit determination and centralized rating, or we require centralized unit determination, decentralized unit determination and decentralized rating. So event charging with unit reservation, here also decentralized unit determination and centralized rating. We require centralized unit and centralized rating or decentralized both. In session based charging, decentralized unit and centralized rating, again centralized unit and centralized rating, and decentralized both. So immediate event charging with unit, and session charging with unit. So what is converged charging scenario? So this is when offline charging and online charging are applicable to service delivery. The charging information of both online and offline can be provided in a single command. Like upon any trigger on the online charging or online charging is occur. So converged charging for both events and session between the CTF and CHF. So here we have two scenarios which are used. First is converged event based charging and another one is converged session based charging, event based charging. So this is basically the flow diagram flow of a converged event based charging. This is IEC is supported in this, which is immediate event charging. So first is request for resource usage. We can see here a request for the session establishment is received in the network function. The service is configured to be authorized by CHF to start. Another one is units determination here. The CTF determines the number of units depending upon the service requested by the UE in decentralized unit determination scenario. Charging data request, events and units. The network function CTF sends the request to CHF for the service to be granted authorization to allow the number of units to be rated and accounted. Then we have accounting or rating control. The CHF calculates the number of monetary units that represent the price and it makes the deduction of the calculated amount from user account balance based upon the number of units requested on an internal unit determination if the user credit balance is sufficient enough. Then we have create CDR. Based on the policies, the CHF creates a CDR related to the services. Then we have charging data response. Here the CHF grants authorization to the network function for the service to start with the number of granted units. Then we have granted unit supervision. Here the service starts and the network function monitors the consumption of the granted units. And then we have content or service delivery. The network function delivers the content or service based on the number of units. So this is the complete flow of the event-based charging. Session-based charging. For converged session-based charging, two cases are supported. SUR, which is session-based charging with decentralized and centralized unit determination, centralized rating. And next one is for event. So session-based charging. So scenarios for SUR, unit reservation is there, decentralized and centralized rating configuration, user account detection. Here the network function invokes a converged charging service towards the CHF. Then we have charging notification. Now this is charging notification. And the process is again like we have session-based charging ongoing, event triggering notification, charging notify request, charging notify response, then update, accounting, rating, reservation control. We have to update it and charging response. Session-based charging ongoing, event triggering notification. We have changing, charging notify request, charging notify response, charging data request, account, rating, reservation control, and other response. Thank you.